Hello, everybody. And in this reading, this is one of the most requested reading. I think the most requested reading about Henry Cavill was who would be his future partner. But I wouldn't do a reading on that because I don't want to break any hearts here. I've done one on Timothy Chalamet, but I think people will break down if I do a reading on who would be his future partner. So I wouldn't do that. Rather, the kind of video which would help you would be what kind of a husband he would be. So if Henry ever decides to get married and tie the knot and make it official with someone, meaning marriage, he already has an official relationship if I'm not wrong. But um what kind of a husband he would be, I think this can be a very fun reading to do because yes, we all kind of want to know, even if we are not the wife of Henry Cavill, we want to know what kind of a husband he would be. Okay, so let's just say in general. First, I'll pick some cards which would say, you know, in general, what kind of a husband he would be, like the overall personality, overall vibe. Got the Eight of Cups. Uh-huh. Doesn't look good. We got the Three of Wands. My God, Eight of Cups and Three of Wands. Okay, so what I'm telling you here is the current energy of him. Like currently, if he decides to get married tomorrow, what kind of a husband he would make. And there are some universal thing about a person. So, universal thing cannot be changed, but certain things can be changed. So if I see anything negative here, and if Henry listens to this reading, and I know a lot of my listeners are actually friends with Henry Cavill some way or knows him, maybe if they want to warn him about this negative sides, he can have a beautiful marriage. But I will, as you guys know, I'm a very brutal reader. I would not only say the great things about what kind of a husband he would make, I would also talk about the things that would probably not make him a great partner. But yes, we got Eight of Cups and the Three of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Now, I read cards very differently. I read cards with intuition and pictures, even though you can't see it. Um, Eight of Cups and Three of Wands is telling me that he would be the kind of person, like, I think Henry doesn't really like, I mean, he's not the kind of person who wants to settle down. Like, he thinks he wants to settle down because everybody else in the world wants to settle down and people love marriages. We all, mm, regardless of our gender, we like marriages and kids. We like those ideas. I want to have a family, and what next? I can be a successful actor or the most handsome man in the world, but what next? So people kind of think they like the I'm sorry, the idea of marriage, but he is the kind of person, if he gets married, he would want to walk away from the marriage a lot. With the Three of Wands, I'm also seeing like, oh, I can't do this. Like, he is more like a child who's like, oh, I really like the idea of this, so I want to do that. Okay, and then, oh no, I don't want to. No, I want to walk away. Like a simple misunderstanding happens, and he wants to walk away. Why though? Um, I think the reason behind it is Henry um, is not a very stable person. Uh, he looks a certain way, I understand, but he's not stable. He just changes life paths all the time. He's not the kind of person who wants to stick to one place and one idea and like one kind of thing. I'm not saying I'm not saying he's a bad person, but some of us are not as ready as other people. And marriage is actually not for everybody. And at this point, even though he's like 40 something year old, maybe 41 or 40, I don't remember his age, but he's definitely over 40. So, hmm, I'm seeing he doesn't have that. I mean, like, oh, I want to stay married. I'm a very committed man. I'm not seeing that in his energy at the moment. We got the Ace of Pentacles, but mm, every time, so he would be like an on and off husband, right? Like, oh, sometimes I want to be married, and sometimes I don't want to be married. I also got the Seven of Swords. So with the Ace of Pentacles, I'm seeing like he's not mature enough. I mean, he can make a marriage work, but at the moment, he's not mature enough to make a marriage work at this very moment as we speak. So we got the Seven of Swords. So he also have the tendency to cheat on his partner. He hates getting bored. Okay, so and a person is as loyal as his options. And okay, Henry Cavill, basically everyone I know, if you ask people those questions, who do you want, if you had like a married person, if you had the chance to have sex with a celebrity, who would that be? Almost 98% of the women says Henry Cavill. Man says Henry Cavill. So of course he has very many options. So when you have very many options, cheating is on the card, literally on the card, on tarot, and in his life's card. I mean, so he probably wouldn't is not the most faithful person in the world when it comes to marriage. I don't know about relationships, but in marriage, I don't see that. Okay, let me see more. Uh huh. We got the Knight of Wands and we got the Seven of Wands. So whoever marries Henry, she has to deal with the Seven of Wands situation. Like she needs to handle a lot of things. This man is hard work. I'm telling you, he is hard work. Uh, it's really hard to keep up with him. He's not. He always wants novelty. He always wants something new. So with the Knight of Wands, like something has to be sexy all the time. You know, I need new things. I need fun stuff. I need to he needs to he loves the like okay, so we got the let me see. So what I'm seeing is with the Two of Cups, so he does love the stability of home. I mean, he loves to stay at home and he loves to um you know be grounded and like take, like he loves to relax and everything. He likes the idea of, I got the Hierophant, the idea of traditional relationships, but he romanticizes those things much. But again, as I said, he's like on and off. Sometimes he wants to be the traditional man who wants to be loyal and a great husband, a great partner, and then he also wants novelty. I mean, this is I'm not judging anybody here. It's not his fault. People, we come with our different people come with different karmas. So he is that way. That's his tendency. Whoever decides to marry him has to deal with that. We got the Two of Cups again. He's a romantic person. He loves. It doesn't mean that he wouldn't love his wife. He would love his wife very much. He would like the idea of, having romantic days, bringing her flowers, chocolate covered strawberries, and everything. But he also wants novelty. So anyone who's like a boring person, maybe wants like any woman who just wants peace in her life is not a good fit for Henry Cavill. A woman who wants like just a stable life, and I really don't have energy for that. I don't really have time for that. I have to raise a family. Oh my God, romance? What is that? Maybe once in a week, or maybe once in a month. Those women cannot survive with Henry. Henry has a lot of energy that needs to be outlated with love, romance, sex, most importantly, sex and novelty. Um, so whoever wants to decides to be with him, and if she's listening to this reading, she needs to be kind of cool about it. And it's hard to. We got a devil card. Yes, he is tempted. And I think here devil card talks about like absolute passion for sex. Like he has an absolute passion for sex. And with the hanged man and with the moon card, I'm seeing that even he is confused about the nature of him. He's like, oh, in my core, I'm not that person. He's not owning the part of him which likes novelty. He wants to tell himself, no, I'm a traditional man. No, I can handle a marriage. It's not that he is proud of it, but in his core, he loves novelty. He likes great sex, but he also likes stability. He also likes marriage. He also likes grounded like a reality where he's like grounded and enjoying his time, relaxing at home, but he also wants the fun, right? So here with the moon card and the hangman card, I'm not seeing, I don't think he will be stuck in this energy. And whoever, I mean, so far, unless he does the work on himself, but whoever marries him with the Three of Pentacles, clarified by Three of Swords, uh, will be heartbroken if she doesn't make peace with this part of Henry. So if you are married to Henry Cavill, or if you are in a long-term relationship with Henry Cavill, you need to understand this man. You cannot be heartbroken by this mindset of him. He is very sexual, very like he's pretty unstable. Likes the idea of stability, but pretty unstable. uh with the Three of Swords, I'm seeing a lot of heartbreak. Like if you're, we got the Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles is here telling me that whoever marries Henry, oh, I also got the Nine of Swords, I'm so sorry. Like typically this kind of energy is supposed to hurt a woman. A Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords, like, oh, my husband sleeping, what, wants novelty, I mean, doesn't want, what the hell is happening here, like, that kind of stuff. So um if you are a one man woman, or if you are very conservative, Henry is not the man you should marry. If you are extreme, very very strong, and if you like understand, and I would also say like massively sexual. Oh, I got the Ten of Swords. I'm saying, seeing like a traditional person, a traditional woman who just wants to have, get married and have a family and have a relationship, like a stable, secure marriage. She should never say I do to someone like Henry Cavill. Um, uh, because I wouldn't say it's his fault. It's just, again, I'm saying like he wants stability, but he's not a stable person in terms of, like, he's not very monogamous in nature, and I understand it why. So many people are giving him sexual energy. People see him, they think about sex. So when that happens, you have extreme high sex drive, and just to have a good look in the society, you are stuck into one relationship, but it's really hard to let go of those things. But Henry often scared that, oh, one day I'll be old, and what would happen to that? Like, he is aware of it. That's why he needs a friend. So whoever wants to marry Henry Cavill, they need to be his friend. uh friend meaning someone who understands, like empathize with this condition of him. He's not proud of it, but what I if I were Henry, I would just own it. Like, there are certain part of us that we have to kind of own. Our imperfections, we need to own that, and it's hard. It's not as easy as you guys think it is, not to just divorce yourself from novelty and the thrill of having relationship and sex. um, so whoever wants to marry Henry Cavill needs to be his friend. That's very important. Someone who I'm sorry, empathize with him. And let's see, okay, this is enough dark stuff. Let's just look at the light side. He cannot be all bad, right? Oh, lover card now. We got the lover card. Oh, so his marriage would be full of passion and love and, like, oh my god, you know what lover card is? Like, great sex and great chemistry, absolute compatibility. He's the ultimate bad boy. Like someone who gives you the thrill, like someone who knows how to please you, someone who knows how to love you, someone who knows how to, shower you with. This is why it's kind of hard to leave him. If But then again, he is very charming, and he wants the equal. And if he doesn't marry his equal, who's equally charming, it will be hard for him to make the marriage work. So we also got the Eight of Wands. Um, so I'm also seeing like jealousy here, and also the Five of Swords, a fight, and the Ten of Cups. So okay, so this is telling me like Henry is a passionate lover who can also be very toxic, meaning he is insecure, and they would probably have fights about. Um, I'm seeing in the Ten of Cups, there is like I'm using Everyday Witch Tarot deck here, and in the Ten of Cups, I'm seeing there is a babysitter who is with the baby, like who is the baby in the crib, and the couple is like just looking at each other. Then the baby is safe with the babysitter. So it kind of like telling me that if he has kids with a woman, love might dry out, and he might even get jealous of his. And that's a very common situation with men in general. They get really jealous of their own kids once the wife have kids, you know. So because suddenly um, all the attention goes to the baby, and that actually happened with what was the Baywatch star? I forgot her name. Pamela Anderson and her husband. It happened to them as well. Like once she had two babies and not really giving him enough attention, he started, you know, all kind of that happens. Is very common around men. Um, it's not fair, ladies. I know that, but this is how it is. I mean, we can't change man, so you know. Um, so Eight of Wands, Five of Swords, Ten of Cups. So I would recommend if you're married to Henry Cavill, you probably shouldn't have kids with him. Don't. Like if you think, oh, I can trick this man into having kids with him, and then maybe for child support, I don't know, but you cannot secure this man with having kids. You can only secure him with love. He wants all the attention for himself. The whole world gives this man attention, but this is not enough for him. He wants more. So he wants more. The moment his wife stops giving him attention, he would look for novelty elsewhere. This is how it is. So if you're married to Henry Cavill, wants to marry, want to marry Henry Cavill, is engaged with him, you need to keep these things in mind, to whom it may concern. Okay, but definitely passionate lover, great sex life. So let us see like how if we would help around household work. We got the Seven of Pentacles. We got the Eight of Pentacles. I'm talking about household work. Some people might think, oh, what household work? They're rich people. Rich people work at home too, okay? So, Seven of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles, I'm seeing, yes, he would help around, but he wouldn't do majority of the work, but he would progress into housework. Like maybe someday he would make the dinner, you know, but he would probably prefer the woman to like, you know, what to buy. Even if you have like housekeepers, you have to tell them, dictate them what to do, what not to do, how to do it, what to buy, what not to buy. If you have a housekeeper, they cannot just do it by their own. So so Henry is not a very artsy person. He could care less about like keeping a house. I think you should put like he's the kind of a guy who likes to stay in the basement and maybe play video games or like eat chips or hang out with his male friends, kind of a man. He's not very passionate about keeping a beautiful house. So he would help around once in a while, but most of the decision needs to be taken care of by his other half. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whoever marries Henry Cavill just need to settle for the look, I guess. And the sex. Okay, let's see more cards. So what kind of relationship his wife will have with his family? That's a very good question. Six of Cups, amazing. What else? Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Four of Cups clarified by the Fool. So I'm seeing like Henry has a very big family, by the way. He has like 6 brothers and his parents. I'm seeing with the 6 of Cups, he would have she, whoever marries Henry, would have a great relationship. Very good with the 10 of Pentacles, like amazing relationship with his family. Even if she wants to leave Henry, she can't leave the family because the family is very close. They're very close with each other. The bond is great. And I'm seeing the Fool card, like the 4 of Cups clarified by the Fool card. So I'm seeing like this whoever, like these people are very like, even if something is wrong with Henry's wife, they would overlook it for the sake of keeping peace and happiness in the family. Especially Henry's mother, I'm seeing like she's a great woman, she's a great housemaker. She even would offer help. mm, they would, like, brothers would respect her, brothers' wives would, like, they would have great, like, holiday seasons would be great for this woman. Like, if she's a very family oriented person, if she really cares about keeping a good relationship with her in-laws, then oh my god, that would be a great. But if you're the kind of person who doesn't like in-laws, or who doesn't like social gatherings, who doesn't want to entertain her in-laws, then you probably would be in trouble. But these people are not the kind of people who be like, oh my god, this girl is so hot. Oh my god, she looks good with Henry. They don't do those things in that household. They're like very grounded people. They have fun, they eat, they drink, they feast together, kind of a family. They don't really care about the status of the girl. Status as in they care about the good manner, but not like, oh, she's so pretty, like that way. No, it doesn't amuse them if the girl is like, for example, if Henry Cavill marries someone like Rihanna, they would be like, Rihanna, sure. Like, it's not a big deal for them, right? They care about family, and the only quality they would look for their son and their brother is a woman who is friendly, who's kind, who can, um, like, have fun and keep it cool and agreeable. Like, they just care about those things, and they're agreeable, kind, loving, fun kind of family as well. Okay. It's a great relationship. If you're introvert, not very much, but if you're extrovert and very friendly and decide to marry Henry Cavill, that family would be your family too. They're so close and they're very fun to be around. Okay, let's see more cards here. Queen of Swords, clarified by 9 of Wands, Ace of Swords, I'm sorry, yeah, Judgment, clarified by the Hermit. Okay, so sorry for I got cold, you guys. Okay, so with the Queen of Swords, I'm seeing girl needs to be like very strong, like a Queen of Swords to even stay married to Henry and have healthy boundaries with him with the 9 of Wands. So whenever he acts toxic, she needs to, like, understand why is he being toxic, then have her boundaries, and then she cannot be like one of those, like, women who are like complaining about stuff in life and wants to be loved and cared and wants emotional support from their husband. Henry cannot do any of those things. um, and she needs to take care of her mental health very well through, I got the Hermit card, like whenever she's like, oh, I can't take him anymore, she needs to go to the meditation mode, the self-care mode, to the therapist, that kind of stuff. It's a lot of work to be with him. So if she is in tune with herself, loves herself, very confident in her nature, and also understands that Henry can be toxic sometimes, um, only she can manage to be with him. Otherwise, no. Very hard to be with this man. This man is not easy, I'm telling you. And let me see more cards. Um, financially, how well he would support that woman. Let's ask this question, even though, you know, like some people have told me, oh, I think Henry's the provider kind. He wants to provide for his woman. He's a very masculine man, whatever. Let's see that. Financially, how will he take care of his woman? Or it will be 50-50. Uh-huh. So we got the Wheel of Fortune. We got the King of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. We got the mm, Three of Cups. Well, I'm seeing with the Three of Cups, yes, she would have the party. Like financially, they won't have any trouble. She would be taken care of with the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm seeing with the Queen of Pentacles, I'm seeing like Henry would be very generous with her. She would be the Queen of Pentacles. She would be financially benefited by Henry. That's for sure. With the King of Cups, I'm seeing financially he would be very generous to people, to like everybody. He's a very generous person when it comes to money. With a Wheel of Fortune, I would say if the girl comes from a less financially, I would say if this girl comes from a background where she's not very much like if she doesn't have as much money as Henry, she would be taken like it would change her fortune with a Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, financially at least, finally something good would be taken care of by him. Let me shuffle more cards. And what would be the sex like? We got the Lover card once, but let's see what would be the sex like with. We got the Queen of Swords again. We got the Six of Cups, World, Chariot. So I'm seeing a lot of shades here. Sometimes it would be very like the girl is taking the lead, hardcore, like that kind of sex. Six of Cups, sometimes like a moderate, regular sex, like how couple does it because they have to. With the World card, I'm seeing they will have a completion of like maybe they would try every position. They would try new things. I'm saying like Henry also probably likes some shady stuff like BDSM kind of stuff. He's really into those things, I think. Also, got the Chariot here. Uh, Sometimes he will take control, sometimes she will take control, but sex life would be, I would say, full of passion, sometimes even toxic. I'm seeing with the Five of Swords, there are some blades here, like, hmm, you guys, if you are very sensitive, you can stop the video here, but I'm seeing like very 50 shades of gray kind of stuff. um I don't see anything wrong in it. If you're into that, it's fine, but dom sub stuff, passionate, of course, not the gentle lover. Oh, we got the Lover card again. Amazing. So I would say he's a lot of work, but he's also very fun to be around. Yeah, King of Wands, like passionate, very passionate. You won't have a dull sexual encounter with Henry. That's that's one thing I can assure you. He's very good. So, but very be very careful when it comes to getting pregnant with him because he wouldn't. I mean, probably he says he wants to have kids, but he wouldn't be a very good father as per now. Later, who knows what? Okay. Um. Let's see who will do what kind of a woman he prob no, let's not ask this question. We already have covered these questions in my other readings. You can get those the answer of those questions. But let me see. if you are already stuck with Henry, how can you navigate this situation? That would be a very good question. My God, this man is hard work. Okay, yes, we got the Four of Swords. We got the Six of Pentacles. We got the Temperance, Two of Cups. Okay, so if you want to have a peaceful situation, you have to be the peacemaker with the Six of Pentacles. So you can't be one of those women who's like only gives in a relationship, then they burn out, then they bust. Don't do that. If you marry Henry, make sure that you are financially taken care of, at least like you're getting something out of it. Like, yeah, marrying a very hot guy, it brings status, great sex gives you a lot of pleasure, uh, and his family is great. So like if you make peace and with the Temperance card with the fact that he will always seek novelty, and do not stress about, oh, what if he cheats on me, what if he cheats on me. If you don't cheat about, like, he might cheat on you, he might wouldn't cheat on you, he's not the most loyal person around. But if you make peace with that fact, then it would be an amazing marriage with the Two of Cups. It's like making peace with the fact that your man might cheat on you. And it's a brutal thing to ask. If you are married and if you're listening to me, maybe you would say, oh, this woman is horrible, what is she saying? But this is the reality of some man with options sometimes act like that. So but I have done a reading on Timothy Chalamet. I remember he isn't like that. There are people who are in this way, and you can't change that. If you were, if you think, oh, I wouldn't care, well, I'm at least getting enough financial support, his family is great, and I have a stable place. And if you were like practicing gratitude, with time he would age and he will have a better life. Things doesn't stay same all the time, but if you put the hard work in the beginning of the relationship without getting upset and emotional, and look at the materialistic aspect of the marriage, then it can turn into a great marriage later on in life. This is the kind of marriage which would serve you much later in life. In the beginning, if you were like very young, very passionate, very emotional, and get hurt very easily, had abusive relationship, had narcissistic parents, like, and like if you have had horrible places, like horrible things happen to you in life, and now you don't have any energy left to deal with this, then Henry Cavill is not the partner for you. Well, this is a very heavy and dark reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, stay blessed. And if Henry Cavill is listening to this reading, work on yourself, buddy. Seriously, though. Bye.